my good friend Trevor Loughery and I found Jesus on the jailhouse floor, and I'm delighted. Haven't seen him in a lifetime, and delighted he joins me in the studio. He can nearly pose as a twin of mine. And Trevor, you're very welcome to the studio.
Thanks, Tommy. Good to be back. Good to be back on Highland Radio again, a long way. Tommy, you know what I mean? It's good to be back, Tommy.
You know, Trevor, the reason I picked that particular song is I saw Jesus in the jailhouse floor. The last time you and I were out in Nashville and we shared a room together,
That's right.
I remember you invited me up. You were recording 3 songs, and that was one of them.
That's one of them.
We went up to the studio, and it was amazing. The musicians, you let the producer hear the song on tape you had, and the musicians just came out with sheets of paper and went tick, tick, tick.
That's
and
right.
Within 1 take or 2 takes, and you had the thing.
First time, Tommy, I've ever seen a song getting charted.
Yeah.
They were charting the numbers. You remember?
That's right. They were charting the numbers.
And then we started to ask then what bands they played, and you says, go and ask for the crack Trevor, DC, and then one of them played with Marty Stewart.
That's right.
Some of them done stuff with Alan Jackson, Good Time album, and then the guy done drums played with Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Larry Myers played bass with Marty Stewart for 5 or 6 years. Yeah. And the two of us standing with our mouth open and thought, what are they going to think of these two boys coming on here and do a couple of songs? But oh my God, they were amazing, weren't they, Tommy?
Oh, it's great. You recorded, was it 2 or 3 songs you recorded that year?
I recorded 3. No, 2, sorry. We done then...
the Alan Jackson song.
Alan Jackson, Walking the Floor Over Me.
Yeah.
And when the whole song's banged out in 2 hours or so.
Yeah.
Mark Thornton studio was big friends with, what do you call your buddy? You're a big fan of his... He was smoking the band, is what do you call him? Jerry Reid.
Oh, Jerry, that's right.
Him and Mark Thornton were big buddies.
That's right. That's right. And
come
here, have you been to Tennessee since then?
I was back 2 years ago. We done a Phil Mac tour 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I was to go back this year, but it didn't work out. So Phil Mac's just back there a couple of weeks ago. So I didn't get, but hopefully we might be back here next year. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Since then, Trevor, you've recorded a good few songs and albums. In fact, you've been going strong as ever, and you're doing very well around the country. You're even touring Scotland at times, and you'll be over at the Phil Mac shows as well.
I'm sure, Tommy, I'm touring Scotland now over 14 years coming.
Yeah.
And funny, I'm back now doing a tour now in June. And the first place I started off was 14 years ago, a place called Dingwall. And I haven't been back there in 14 years, so we're having a big. It's actually nearly sold out, Tommy, at the minute. So we're looking forward to that. And that's in June, the 21st of June. And then we're in the Hopeville Number Inn on the Saturday night, and then we're back in Keith on the Sunday. So it's all good. I kept busy enough.
When did you start, and how did you get into it in the first place, the music business?
Well, I was the strange thing. People ask me that all the time, Tommy. I was in the music business for nearly 10 years before I even started country at all, because I was big into me middle of the road music, like 80s stuff. 80s was probably still be my 70s, 80s probably my still favourite music, I would say. But then Gareth Brooks came on the scene, and then he came on the scene in 89, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then sure, the whole Ireland just fell in love with Gareth Brooks, and that's probably where the country kind of started for me. And I used to always do then I started doing a Gareth Brooks tribute, which was very popular. I'd done that for maybe 2 or 3 years, and then I'd done guest spots in different venues for different artists through the years, Tom, and then it kind of grew from there. And now I'm into near the 15 albums out now so far, so I'm into another one now. I might have it out this year, but don't know yet, but we'll see.
And where do you record the albums? Do you record them
Still recording with my good friend Terry McGinty at Ballymuty Studios in Ballybofey. And not only that, Tom, we're like yourself, we've been friends for the last 14 years. I think I recorded once outside Terry's studio, but Terry, I'm happy to stay there, and then we do tracks from Nashville too as well, and Terry does the mixing, and then they do the mixing. I've been recording like that too for a long time.
And I know as well as, like when you went to Nashville and recorded those 2 songs, covers, but you got some good original songs down through the years. There's one I've been playing here about the
Little Irish Town.
Tell us about that song. Where'd you get that one up?
Little Irish Town, that was a songwriter. Funny, he was based in Nashville for nearly 20 odd years. Tommy's worked with a lot of the boys there in Music Row. But he's back living now in the UK. And he contacted me with a song, and I said, Trevor, I think this would be a good fitting song for you. And he let me hear it, so he sent it to another few artists, but they didn't actually do it. But I ended up recording it, Tommy, and it was massive for me. And I done it in my hometown. It was kind of remembering a lot from home, because when I did the video where I was brought up and where I was reared, and Castle Street, and anybody listening or Melton will know. And then this has meant a lot to me. If you watch the video, that's where I spent most of my youth. And then the song was big success. It still is yet.
I was talking to a man today, and I was telling him you were coming up to me tonight, and he said, tell Trevor I said hello. I drove him when he got married, Joey McDade.
Joey, I couldn't believe it. Joey played with Joey in the All-Stars. You remember that?
That's
all
right.
them years ago. And funny, myself and Joey did martial arts together a long time ago, maybe 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe when, it'll be 18 years ago now, and I heard the knock at the door for the wedding car to pick me up, and he was standing there with Joey. And we had some crack, so we had for up in the car on the way back, and we were chatting about old times. You know, Dad, Joey's a great character, good player too in his time, and just he's a good fun guy, you know.
Yeah, Joey, I've known Joey. When I came to Letterkenny first, I was staying in his mother's house. And his brothers, Transit, Johnny, Martin, and Danny, and you the lads, well, for years. That was from the mid 70s.
Oh, definitely. It would be.
Joey would still be a fine musician. He was a bass guitar man.
That's
he used to play with Evelyn and the Envoys as well.
Evelyn and the Envoys, that's what I was thinking on Evelyn. Oh my God, that's a long time ago.
Is he still alive?
Is that boy still alive? I hope he's listening on there because he'll be doing some laughing.
No, he's some crack. Come here, I tell you. You say it's been a while now since the last album. What are you working on a new one? I know the new single. Tell us a little bit about the new single. We'll be playing it in a wee while.
New single, Tommy. It's strange how this new single come about because Robert Mazzell released a new single way back just before Christmas, and funny, I liked the song. It was an original song, and then I actually chased up the writer that actually wrote the song, and I was saying to him, you know, I love your stuff. Would you be interested in selling me on some stuff? So he did. Yeah. But unfortunately, a couple of songs that he'd written was gone. So he says, Trevor, would you be interested? Would you like me to would you be interested to write a song for you? And I says, geez, Emmett, you call him? I say, Emmett, that'd be great. So you don't believe it, Tom, within a week he had a song back written from in a week, and then now I have it since February, to be honest, but I just couldn't get time to get in to get it recorded. So we recorded it now, and it's out there. Well, it's going to be out now on Monday, but you have got the first airplay of it, Tommy, so this is why we're here tonight. So I hope everybody likes it. Now, it's a quick step, and it's an original song, and I have a good feeling about this song. I haven't done an original one now in a couple of years, so I'm hoping it's, and then we have another few original, myself and Emmett's actually writing a song together, something I've always kind of wanted to do, so hopefully that'll be out later on in the year too as well. So a couple of exciting things coming out at the minute, so I'm happy to say we're excited.
And Trevor, apart from the singing, another medium that got you new fans, you took your hand at presenting a TV show on the Filmac channel, haven't you, for a couple of years?
Same as yourself, Tommy. I had a nerve-wracking at the start because it's you know, I was sitting on a radio, it's different, or if you're out gigging, you're chatting to people, but chatting to two men on a camera can be a bit terrifying. I know I have a friend of mine in England there, he was in the BBC, like yourself, Tommy, for years, a fella called Steve Sherrill. It was actually in Stars in Your Eyes. He was on doing John Denver, if you remember.
Yeah.
And he tried it, couldn't do it. Me and him had so much Trevor, I just couldn't do it. I just got so nervous and was nerve-wracking, but it took me a few months to get settled in, but then the show ran for 4 years, and then, you know yourself, Tommy, the COVID coming on, it kind of messed up the whole Spotlight TV, and I was gutted then, to be honest, that it went off air, you know, but and I couldn't believe how many people was tuned in during the COVID when I was back gigging again.
Yeah.
And that didn't make me feel much better, to be honest, but no, it was a good show, and I was allowed, Phil gave me my own free hand. I was like yourself, I was able to pick my own music little late, and I always featured an Irish artist in the show once a month, like my artist of the week. I would have played, you know, all the regulars that was out there, so they thanked me too for keeping their music out there during a very difficult time, as everybody knows, for anybody who's a musician or an artist at the time or a singer. Yeah,
what's great for a show like that too, especially now, you compared to me, if you're an artist, you get a lot of work out of it because you have audience not just locally, but you know, it was getting all over Scotland, England and Wales, and as you said, that's where your gigs from Scotland or England. You've been over at a few Filmac shows over in England as well. Being an artist, you know, like me, I know a DJ now. I'm good for nothing except playing a radio.
Oh, yeah, well, listen, how you're how long are you in the radio now, Tommy? You must be in your touching 40 years, are you?
If not more.
I was thinking that. Because my mother, God rest her, was a big fan of yours when you worked in Duns. She always tuned on to Tommy Rosney.
Somebody was telling me, a woman who lived over in Lifford once, I was coming out of a gig in Ballywoodfair, and I don't know whether to take it as a compliment or not, but he was telling me, you know, he's a young lad and he's coming out with his wife. Yeah. And he said, my mother has been listening to you on the radio for years, and she won a donkey in a raffle, and she named the donkey.
Well, sure, there you go. It's their own, that's what they say, I know.
An ass.
Well, you're not so bad. I wasn't even named after a donkey yet, so that's your yes, one up on me now, Tommy.
Come here, did you ever try the songwriting yourself?
Well, that's what I'm saying now, Tommy. Myself and Emmett's now is in the middle of writing a song at the minute, so we're looking to see how that's going to turn out. We've done a few stuff together, but as I mind chatting to Derek Ryan away back a few years ago. We were doing one of his weekends in the Abbey Hotel in Donegal Town. He was saying, I've read a few bad ones too as well, but it takes a few songs to kind of, to get a good one. So don't be thinking you're going down the road of writing they're all going to be good, because that's just the way any singer or songwriter will tell you the same thing. So this one's sounding quite good, Tommy. So we'll hope we'll have it out maybe before, the middle of the year, maybe, or not, in the middle of the year now, maybe before the end of Christmas, maybe we'll have it out sometime then, maybe.
Yeah, we're just talking there. You were mentioning there a little while back about the COVID. How did you find it on the COVID? Did you think that's us snookered now for a couple of years?
It was difficult, Tommy, I'll tell you, because I mean the weekend, it was March, as far as I can remember. We were doing a Phil Mac weekend. I think it was Thorsby Hall in England, near Nottingham. And I mean, just coming all back on the plane, and the airport was all these boys with these white suits on them, masks on them, and they were spraying everywhere around there. We didn't think we were even going to get home. We were very, very lucky to get home, so that kind of hit home in reality. Now, they were talking about it because a lot of gigs was cancelled here before we even went. We thought our weekend was going to be cancelled, but it actually went ahead. I think Cheltenham was on too around the same time.
I was going to say to you, Cheltenham, all the Irish people that went over to Cheltenham and
that's
they
right.
came back. They were saying that was the start of it in Ireland.
That was the start of it, but that was a scary time. And then that week I got home, Tommy, and the phone never stopped for cancelled. And it was a difficult time now for a lot of artists and singers at that time, especially with a lot of artists that depended on it.
Yeah. Since things have come back to normal again, the social dancing has become very big now. You remember when normally when you go out to the bands and the band would be on from 12 o'clock to 2, a lot of the stuff now is 9 to 11 or right. Social dancing is on. Have you been down around the Mulroy Woods at all yet? You used to play a lot around there.
I still play there yet from time to time, Tommy. Not so much the social dancing now, because I think they've kind of their set. They've kind of their. I do social dancing like down the corner. I do social dancing down in where I've been Athlone. I could be a place called Foxford, a place called Kong. Where else to be down to another place? What do you call it? Place it's way on further down. Foxford.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be down there doing social, and I do social dancing in Burncrana. I do it sometimes in Bundoran. So I'm on the social dancing as well. It's quite popular, as you say, and then they all come in and get their wee tea and their sandwiches.
That's right.
I think a lot of the bigger venues are complaining about the minute it's getting too popular because there's no drinking involved, and it's a great way of socialising. But to be honest, it's great. It's always a great gig. There's always good few people there. They just love their dancing and their socialising. Yeah,
myself and Margot go down an odd time down to the Mulroy Woods on the Thursday night. Now I can't dance to keep myself warm, but
right.
I might interview somebody for Paddy on the Wednesday night and we will go down. But the crowds is unbelievable.
There you go.
I said to people down there, I come for the tea and the biscuits.
And we lost a good friend there too. He was very involved with that social. It was Dennis Kern.
Dennis,
I couldn't believe it. He was a friend of mine for a long time. I was been a friend of their family for a long time. It was God, we're still in shock yet.
Dennis and Donald Kay went into 1 week.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
Two big men.
They'll be a big loss, I'll tell you, because Donald was very helpful to me too. My start of mine was coming out. It was always once a month we spent time in the house, and he was always done me write-ups for new singles and stuff, and we had minutes to chat. Yeah, great for country music and great for up and coming artists as well.
He was great for giving everybody.
He was. He never forgot nobody.
Yeah. So come here, are you out this weekend?
I am this weekend. Tommy, I'm in Lagan Manor this Saturday night, and then I'm on Cypress Rest and Fawn on Sunday. So I'm out 2-3 averaging all the time, and then I have a few tours coming up now too as well. We're looking forward to them. One in June, one in July.
And you see Mary these days?
Mary, yep. I was just talking to Mary before I come up.
Oh, great.
She says, say hello to Tommy for me and good luck with your interview. She says, I'll be tuned in. So hello, Mary. I know you're tuned in there.
She listens to me all the time.
All the time. She does. She listens all the time.
That's it. The fiver is well worth it.
No, she's a good girl, Mary. Now she's a big help to me and my music. She's always promoting and
she's a good
advertising.
Girl. Yeah. Come here, we're going to play the new single. Do you want to dedicate it to anybody?
Oh, well.
And tell us the name of it as well.
New single's called Forever and a Day. That's an original song, Tommy. So I'll dedicate it to Mary there. Sure, Mary's a big fan, and anybody else, all my own followers there too as well. Hope you like it, and as I say, keep requesting. It's officially out for release now on Monday, the 3rd of June. So it'll be on all the local radio stations, and hope you all like it.
You were nearly going to say they're record shops.
Record
Not many of them now.
No.
How can people get it? Can they get it on Facebook or not Facebook, but can get it on Spotify?
It's going to be on social media now, Tommy, next week too as well. So I'm working on that too as well. It'll be in Spotify, it'll be in iTunes, it'll be in iCloud, all that. It'll be all on there. Plus, I got my own new music on there too as well.
Well, come here. Thanks for popping up, Trevor. It's great.
No, thanks for having me, Tommy.
Don't leave it as long now. The next time.
No, well, I'll be torching, and just I want to say hello to everybody. Tommy took time to tune on there. It's great to have their company, and I'll see you all soon, hopefully. And God bless you all, and keep safe.